Good morning, students. So in this video we are going to learn about Watson and Crick model of DNA. It's one of the important concept of the chapter. So in previous video also we discussed about the structure of DNA, the double stranded polynucleotide strand we discussed. So now in this video exactly one of the famous structure of DNA, that is proposed by James D. Watson and Francis Crick. They are of Cambridge University. So these two scientists gave one of the important structure of DNA, that is double helix model of DNA. So we call it as double helix model of DNA, which is also called Watson and Crick model of DNA or double helix model of DNA. Okay, it is also called double helix model of DNA. Next, it shows it has double helix has two polynucleotide strands. That means two chains are here. Two polynucleotide strands are present in a double stranded DNA. This is the double stranded and double helix. Helix means it is coiled. It is coiled structure. It is a coiled. It is coiled structure. It's a coiled structure. Here two strands are linked by hydrogen bonds. Important. Hydrogen bonds are binding the both polynucleotide strands. See here the structure. Let us see the structure. So Watson and Crick are explained this structure on 1953, and for this structure they have got a Nobel Prize for this structure, for the explanation of this structure. So 1962, okay, in 1962 they got a Nobel Prize for this explanation. Okay, see the two polynucleotide chains what I have shown here. So it starts with the what you call third prime. Third prime means it's a, when you see the pentose sugar, the third carbon atom is open end. Okay, and when you observe this structure, so this strand, one strand, this is the one strand. So this side fifth prime is there. The open carbon atom is fifth prime, and in the opposite to that, so there is a one more strand. One more strand is there which is twisted around it. So that is here opposite to third prime, fifth prime will be there, and same. So you can see the structure. See this side is third prime is open. Okay, so in this way two polynucleotide chains are arranged with the help of they are bonded by hydrogen bonds. They are linked by hydrogen bonds. Okay, so hydrogen bonds, as you know, in a polynucleotide chain we have studied. Here in this strand two purines, see base pair rule, as per the base pair rule. So purines linked with pyrimidines. Here also the purines are linked with pyrimidines, especially that is you can see adenine pairs with thymine with double bond, and guanine pairs with triple bond with cytosine. Here it is a DNA, you can consider it one of the pyrimidine. Understood? So this is the pyrimidines. Okay, and here these are the purines. So adenine pairs with thymine by double bond. This is what the hydrogen bonds. These are the hydrogen bonds. So guanine pairs with cytosine by triple bond. Okay, triple bond. So this bonds forms the links the both these two chains. And so when we observe this strand, so there is a grooves which we observed when we twisted form. It is there in the twisted form. Okay, that's what we call helical. It's a coiled structure. Okay, coiled or helix. We can say it as it's a double helix. Okay, so for complete turn, for one complete turn, there are 10 nitrogen base pairs are there in a complete one turn of this DNA. So there are 10 nitrogen bases are there. 10 nitrogen bases means, so from here also you can observe that minor groove and major groove. So major groove measures about major groove, that is measured about 2.2 millimeter, and minor groove measures about 1.2 mm. Okay, see, either you can consider from minor to minor or major to major. So this is what we call complete turn. For this complete turn of the DNA measures about 34 angstrom in it, 34 angstrom in it, and this in this much of length there are 10 base pairs. So what we call, so about, so there is a 3.4 angstrom, 3.4 angstrom. So 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of 10 meter, minus 10 meter. So that is, you can also remember, angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. So this is the measurement, you can angstrom unit. So we are taking here a unit, 34 angstrom unit is the length for one complete turn. One complete turn requires one complete DNA is measures about 34 angstrom unit, 34 angstrom unit. Okay. Next, between two adjacent nitrogen bases there is a 3.4 angstrom unit is there, and see, in between two polynucleotide strand there is the diameter. When you observe the diameter of this, so there is a 20 angstrom in it. Okay, so diameter of this DNA, diameter of DNA is 20 angstrom in it, 20 angstrom diameter, or you can consider the distance between two polynucleotide strand. The distance between two polynucleotide strand is about 20 angstrom unit. 20 angstrom unit is the distance between two polynucleotide chain, or you can consider it as a diameter of the double stranded DNA. Okay, so next there are the minor groove is here. Minor means it's a shallow, we can say that it is a shallow groove, or major groove it's a deep. So hence we also call it as a deep groove. It measures about 2.2 mm, and shallow groove measures about 1.2 mm. Okay, so this is about the length, and this model is also said to be the DNA is anti-parallel and complementary. Anti-parallel and complementary we are saying here. Anti-parallel and complementary means this structure shows that anti-parallel and complementary. Anti-parallel and complementary means, anti-parallel means it's the distance between two polynucleotide chain is constant, that is about 20 angstrom. Even the turn is there, they are not overlapping like this, they are not overlapping. Okay, the complete turn also maintains the same distance. It's like a twisted ladder. It's like a twisted ladder. See here, the ladder is there here. Okay, so this two strands are formed by pentose sugar, phosphate and sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar. In this pattern it is there. The same this side also. And nitrogen bases are forms the cross rungs. What you call? These are the rungs. Okay. So these two chains are referred as what you call the backbone of DNA. This is the backbone of the DNA formed by phosphate and sugar, and the rungs between two polynucleotide chains, this backbone. So there is a steps, no, we commonly call it as steps or rungs, okay, of the ladder. So they are formed by this nitrogen bases. Okay. So these nitrogen bases either by double bond or triple bond, that is also very specific, as you know already, base pair rule, in that we have discussed. Okay. So you see, so these linkage forms the this ring. When you twist this, so twist this appears like that. Okay. So even you can also compare it to the spiral staircase. Okay. We are, so for from the same position to when you go up in the same position, that is called one complete turn. One complete turn, 360 angle. One complete turn shows this 10, what you call 10 number, 10 base pairs. 10 base pairs are required to take complete turn, and in between two adjacent what you call the nitrogen base. So for this 3.4 angstrom in it, for 10, so that is 34 angstrom. 34 angstrom in it. Okay, 34 angstrom in it is there. Okay. So this is anti-parallel. Anti-parallel means they are in opposite direction, they runs in opposite direction. This one is runs in this direction and this is in this direction. Okay, from 3rd prime to 5th prime. Here this is in opposite way. The 3rd prime is here and 5th prime is here. So that's why anti-parallel we can say. Complementary, why we call it complementary? Because the adenine pairs with thymine and guanine pairs with cytosine. This is a very specific. Purines are joined with pairs with pyrimidines. Okay, hence we call it as, so it is a complementary. So here it's not like exactly the same. Okay, so it's said to be complementary strand. Okay, you remember forms of DNA also there, different forms. There are double stranded, single stranded DNA and palindromic DNA. So that we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.